Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel, guys. You can see I'm just sprinkling some sesame seeds on these scrumptious wings again. Today on our recipe, on our quick fix meal, we have a barbecue barifem style recipe. So our recipe today is barbecue wings recipe, and I actually baked them in the oven, guys. It wasn't fried. I'll show you my technique and you give it a try and tell me what you think. Aicha, bismillah. So these are our ingredients which I'll be listing one at a time once we start adding it to the bowl. Okay, so I've washed my wings nice and clean and everything is perfectly clean. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start adding my seasoning into the bowl and then give it a good mixture. Voila, so first of all, that's my corn flour and a pinch of baking powder. This is to ensure that the chicken wings don't get too dry, so this gives it a very good consistency, which is the crunchiness of the wings. I added 1 tablespoon of paprika as well, and I'm adding my onion powder. That's my mixed spice, muy sun espis mélangées, powdered mixed spice, any one of your choice. If you've got the Chinese 5 mix, you can use that one. I've got lemon and pepper seasoning and my black pepper. Poivre, ñu am suñ yeneen xeeti baax yi nga daal nag di leen jaxase yoo xam ne sunguf leen, mélangées yi nga xam ne sunguf, épices yi nga xam ne sunguf leen daal di ko mélange. So this is my Maggi and my pink Himalayan salt. I just like to use Maggi to give it a different taste, or you can use salt. Right, so I'm going to be dapping the wings. Just make sure you damp it on a tissue, which is a clean kitchen roll, and this is to ensure that you coat it nicely before you dig it into the seasoning, because it's a powdered seasoning and you want it to be evenly spread in the wings. So we're going to damp it first nicely. Okay, gis ngeen. Waaw, si SPC gis ngeen ne sama levure au chimique bu tiny lu ndaw ngay jël rek def ko tuuti ci sa farine, mbaa soo amee farine bi nga xam ne muy corn flour bu mboxa bi nga use boobu. So that's what you just add, and just a pinch of baking powder, guys. I'm just making this clear just to make sure that do not put a very large amount of it. So we're gonna start coating this chicken nicely into this powdered seasoning, and you can see I've just added corn flour and a little bit of baking powder. This is to ensure that it has that crunchy taste on the outside and it tastes like sort of fried chicken, but at the same time you've just put it in the oven for a healthier option as well and easier option. Aicha, gis ngeen bii nag jarul nga saaf ko, mun nga ko def ci four bi, so this is a lot easier. So let's just make sure you cover it in all the seasoning back and forth. Cover it evenly, nice and even. Gis ngeen dalal daal di jël sa ay épices rek, yaa ma gën a xam, maa ngi wone yépp ci écran bi. Right, so everything is done. Everything is done. We're going to be baking it between 150 degrees to 200 degrees in my oven and just give it a nice good bake. So we're going to move on to my sauce. First off, I've got 4 garlic cloves here, guys. I'm gonna be chopping it, you can see, into these diced pieces. Muy suñ ka ailes. Waaw, ñu am suñ ailes rek daal di ko dog yu sew yi jàppee ko suñ jàmbur, yéena ma gën a xam. Ana njilaan fay, loolu xam naa ne dina la neex ndax yow it bari fem nga bëggee ba fajar nga dem tëddi. Njilaan fay GPA maa ngi laa oo di la yekkal nag si wings yi. Ñëwal si quick fix ak bari fem. So you can see we've finally chopped these garlic into these lovely pieces, and now this is our scotch bonnet pepper. If you're cooking for kids, you can just use the chili flakes, or you can just do without it, but you know I like to burn it up. After 25 minutes, our wings are done. Kaani bu dijja bi nag dafa saf am na ko. So we're gonna start off 1 tablespoon of butter. Just melt 1 tablespoon of butter, then leave it to melt first. Then we're gonna add our garlic now. So once we add our garlic, we start stirring it because we want to roast the garlic so that you won't actually taste it in the sauce. All we need is the flavor in the butter. So I'll make sure this is well roasted. Lii nag dañ koy rosi ba nga xam ne mu wecci kola balaa ñuy daal di def nag leneen nga xam ne nag dina dem ba bàyyandeku. Can you see? So look at how the chicken looks, guys. You can see the texture. Now the garlic has been roasted as well, and we're going to be adding our barbecue sauce. So the smoked barbecue sauce I've just added here. Okay, it's some sauce barbecue. If you don't have barbecue, also added 1 tablespoon of honey, and just keep tossing it about here and there, back and forth. Make sure we just give this sauce a nice thickness. Right, we just added our chili pepper. This is our scotch bonnet pepper. You know I like to burn it up. You can substitute it for chili flakes. I like hot chili and I'm cooking for adults. If I'm cooking for kids, I wouldn't be putting this there. So you can substitute it. Kaani bi daal bu dee xale yi la nga daal di ko wecci bu leen ko defal. So it depends on the consistency you want your sauce. But I like my sauce personally very thick and nice, and I don't want it too excessively on the wings. I just like it nicely drizzled on top. That's nothing important, guys. It's just the remaining stock seasoning that was left here. That's the pink Himalayan salt and Maggi cubes. Muy suma sel bu ndaw rek, muy suma Maggi bi desoon ak sel bi moom laa daal di ko ci def. And now I'm gonna be adding my wings, muy sun Ailes. So you can see how nicely covered it is, and it has this crunchy taste to it with that flavor, everything bursting. So this sauce, the roasted garlic is my zinger to it because I just added there and it makes it so unique and nice, and you won't even be ending up tasting garlic all over the place. It's just a lovely flavor, and infuse it into your barbecue wings and tell me what you think in the comment section. Okay, gis ngeen mbokk yi bari fem nag fii la leen isilaat ñu daal di yekka. So that's it, all dished out in a plate, and let's give it a try. Ooh la la, c'est magnifique. Ana njilaan sa plat baa ngi nii, xam naa ne dina la fekk foofu nag. Look at how gorgeous it looks. Like I said, I don't like it too over coated. This is enough for me. If you want it more coated, you can add more. Subscribe, like and share.